Hi, I'm Daniela from Perimenopause and Time, and today I want to share with you a really delicious summery drink. So we're going to make a hibiscus iced tea today. And what we've got here is we've got some dried hibiscus flowers, got some star anise, a lime, some honey, and some boiled water. So we'll just get cracking. I'm going to make about 1.5 litres today. So I will use approximately half a cup. This is my cup measures. So I'm using about half a cup of the hibiscus flowers. Add that to a bowl. Then I'm going to use just 2 of these beautiful star anise. Just 2 of those. And then we can add the boiling water. So I've just boiled the kettle and I'm going to add some hot water. And what you want to do is you want to just let that infuse. So that's about 1 litre in there now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that infuse so that the hibiscus really infuses the water so it gets really, really dark red. This tastes so good, and as much as I love tea most year round, when it gets to the summer I do really want to have something cold to drink. So this is really, really amazing. And first of all, actually, I'm going to just add a little bit of the zest. So you can just grate a little bit of the zest in here. Oh, it smells delicious. I love the smell of lime zest. Okay, and then you can cut it. And I'm just going to juice half. Now hibiscus has got a slightly sour sort of taste anyway, so I'm only going to put the juice of half a lime in here. Okay, but I'm not going to add it just yet because we're going to let it cool down for a little bit. I absolutely love hibiscus. It's such a beautiful flower and it contains phytoestrogens. Now phytoestrogens are plant estrogens which are much less potent than our own estrogens we produce in our own bodies. But what they can do is they can help balance out our estrogen levels, in particular for women as we get into perimenopause and menopause stage. Now you might want to avoid any kind of phytoestrogen rich foods if you're trying to get pregnant or are already pregnant, because you don't want to be messing around with your hormonal balance at that point. The other thing about hibiscus, which is amazing, is that it's full of antioxidants and polyphenols. Now the way these work in the body is that they help lower inflammation. And we know that a lot of chronic diseases occur due to a low-grade level of inflammation in the body that is around without you knowing it. So anything we can do to lower inflammation in the body is a really good thing. Now, the other thing is that we're using star anise. Star anise is great for kind of digestive issues like bloating or indigestion. It's very soothing on the digestive system. And then we've got raw honey. Now, I love using raw honey because, and especially local raw honey, because it's amazing for things like hay fever. It really helps combat seasonal allergies, and it's also an amazing antibacterial. So we want to use the honey without heating it up. So I've waited for this to cool down, and now we're going to just sieve off the flowers. I've got fine mesh sieve. I want to get everything out. Okay, let's just move this around. So I've got this in here now, and it's cooled down enough for me to be able to add the lime juice. And also I'm going to add some honey. So you want it to be a little bit warm so that the honey dissolves, but not hot so it kills the beneficial aspect of this raw, gorgeous raw honey. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons for 1.5 liters. Now you might want to use less or you might want to use more depending on how sweet you like things or how much you want to add. So just dissolve that in. Just going to add another bit. That's the end of my really lovely local honey. I'll be needing to get some more of that. So just stir that in to dissolve it. Really stir that in really well. And then what you can do is, because that's so concentrated, that's gone so dark, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some cold water to it and just dilute it down a little bit. Okay, so that's ready to go in the bottles and into the fridge. So what we're going to do now is, using a funnel, I'm just going to pour it into my bottle. In it goes, and there's enough here to go in the other bottle as well. So look at that. Beautiful, beautiful hibiscus tea, which now goes into the fridge. So when you have it, it's really, really icy cold. You can add some ice cubes. You can also add some mint to this. It's really delicious. And just have this really lovely cold infused hibiscus iced tea. Hope you enjoy it. Take care, and I'll see you soon.